So, the crankbait. I was always told to use one that dives deeper than the water that I'm fishing in to trigger bites off the bottom. So I went out and tried it, and I quickly realized that I was just mowing the damn lawn down there one cast at a time. Don't get me wrong, this method does work on a hard rocky bottom, but in a pond that's full of muck and grass on the bottom, not so much. So that's why I started to do the opposite. Instead of running crankbaits that dig a little bit too deep, I go a little bit shallower than the water that I'm fishing. For example, if I'm fishing in 8 feet of water, I'll tie on something like a Rapala DT6 that goes 6 feet. This guy right here. This way, it runs above the grass and even ticks the top of it, and you get bites that way. Now this only really works if your pond has enough open water that isn't choked up with weeds for the crankbait to even run through. As long as there's a few feet of space between the top of the grass and the surface of the water, a crankbait is a good choice. It's a very easy way to cover water quickly and get some bites just from chucking and winding. For color, I just try to match what's actually in the pond for forage. Where I fish, it's mostly bluegill and yellow perch, so I'll lean towards patterns that mimic those, such as these ones right here. Don't overthink it, you just try to match the hatch. That's all there is to it. When I'm reeling it in, I don't just chuck it out and wind it in straight. I'm always trying to impart an action, like a reel surge or pumping my rod, just to get it to do something different in case a fish is actually following it. That triggers a bite a lot of the times. And if I feel the crankbait load up on a piece of grass, I'll try to rip it right through it, and that's when a bite happens a lot too. The line that I use, I'm always using braid to monoliter, about a 10 to 15 pound monoliter. That's just what I feel comfortable using all the time. I've tried fluoro, I'm not good with that type of line. So I just stick to the braid to the mono. The mono is buoyant, so it keeps the crankbait floating a little bit higher to not dig down into that grass. And the braid gives me some good casting distance and sensitivity. And also, if I'm fighting a fish that's in grass, it'll cut through the grass easier. And if you're not sure what depth crank to tie on first, just try to find out how deep your pond is and just tie one on that goes a foot or two shallower. So for like 7 or 8 foot of water, you just try to go to a 5 to 6 foot diving crankbait. This does go against how people say to fish crankbaits, but in the ponds, you just have to adjust and adapt to what the pond gives you, which is a lot of grass. So you just have to go above it instead of digging into it. I've caught way more fish doing it like this than trying to just dig into the bottom, because like I said before, you just bring grass with you the whole time. If you've been struggling fishing crankbaits in ponds, and this has been happening to you with digging into grass and like I said, like mowing the lawn down there, give this a shot and tell me how you do the next time you try it. If you've already been doing something similar, drop a comment. I would love to hear what baits you're using and how it's working for you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. I've been doing this for a long time and I'm excited to share my experience with you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.